Hey gang, one of the big transitions that this system goes through is when a customer who is classified as a lead gets converted into a loan. Now, the primary difference between a lead and a loan is sort of what stage that customer is in. Just like how you might capture leads and put them into a CRM to follow up through a tickler system because they hadn't made a commitment to you personally yet, or maybe they haven't applied for a loan. In Pre-Approve Me, a lead is just somebody who has not been qualified. So you may have shared your mobile app with them, you may have sent them a 1003 to complete, maybe they've even completed a 1003, but you have not completed the qualification for that customer. So we classify leads as not qualified borrowers. Okay. Once they're qualified, you're going to want to move them from a lead status to a loan status. And there is sort of a specific way you're going to do that. Now, we're going to talk about customers who are pre-approved to buy a house. So you're talking about TBD customers who are going to go out there and start shopping for homes. And the purpose of this is to transition them from a lead to a loan by changing what's called the loan officer approved scenario, which is essentially building a scenario to allow or equip that customer to go out into the marketplace and start shopping for homes effectively, okay, using a debt to income calculator that's got all of their information preloaded. Now, there's several ways of doing this. The first and probably easiest way of doing this would be to go to your quick settings inside the lead itself and to update the loan from a Fannie file, okay? If you're integrated with Calyx Point, Encompass, if you have an integration through Zapier or something that can send the data over to update the loan officer approved scenario, that's just as good as well. So far there's two ways of doing this: through your integrations and updating the lead, or through updating via the Fannie file, which is right here. Okay, you want to do this directly in the lead itself. You want to click update loan from Fannie file. Now, if you don't have either of those options, that's fine. It takes just a couple seconds. What I'm going to do is go ahead and update manually what's called the loan officer approved scenario by clicking create scenario. I'm going to select the loan program type for this client. I'm going to build in their income and their debts. So again, this is all designed to help them understand their qualification. It's $5,000 for income. I'm going to add their debts. And then I'm going to build the TBD scenario for them at the bottom here, which is essentially what's the loan amount, what's the purchase price, what do the taxes, insurance look like. Usually what we're looking for here, guys, is probably the most recent details that you used when you ran DU. So in this case, I'm going to put 200 grand as my purchase price, 5% for my down payment, $2,000 a year in taxes, and $500 a year in insurance. Click save. Now, one last piece before we save this changes here is just how rates work. There is a whole video to describe how rates work. Essentially what you're going to do is you're going to input, if you need to, what's called a rate adjustment, which is to take today's par pricing and level out what your customer's rate would be in comparison to par pricing. So if today's rate's 4%, but your customer's pricing after their risk-based pricing adjustments is 4.5%, I would put 0.5% here, so 0.5, and that will adjust my interest rate. Okay, so that's how this works. Now, globally, once you go into your rate sheet here inside of Pre-Approve Me and you make a change at your global rates for par, now this will affect each customer who has this rate adjustment. All right, so that's how rates work in here. I'm going to click Save. Then there's two more steps. You need to reset the borrower scenario, which is essentially just throw in the trash the most recent scenario that they've run, because you're going to be updating the calculator with the approved scenario that you built. So just click Reset Borrower Scenario, confirm that. And then last but not least is change their status from lead to the appropriate status. So in this case, I'm going to say they're pre-approved. Now the customer is going to have access to a loan officer approved scenario, the ability to run calculations to figure out what their payment is, to see if they qualify, and to issue a pre-approval or pre-qualification letter in real time. If you need any other help, guys, please feel free to reach out to our help desk or reference any other training videos. Take care. Hey guys, thanks for watching our training video. To find more like it, click the link below. If you need live support, go ahead and click the icon that looks like this, or join us for one of our weekly Q&As.